Together, let's rediscover the wonder of Christ's birth and the timeless message it holds for us. Beneath a vast expanse of stars, the world lay still, waiting, longing, unaware that history was about to change forever. In the humblest of places, in the quiet of the night, a single fragile cry would shatter the silence. What could one newborn child, laid in a manger, teach humanity about hope? And yet, in this most unassuming moment, the divine touched the earth, and a light was kindled, one that would never be extinguished. This is the story of a birth so simple, yet so profound, that it continues to shape hearts and souls across generations. Through shimmering constellations and the hushed whispers of angels, we step into a night unlike any other. The night when eternity met humanity. This isn't just history recorded in ancient scrolls. It is a message, a divine echo reverberating through time. In a world restless with noise and longing for light, this birth calls us to pause, to step away from the clamor of life, and to ask, what does this moment mean for us, for our families, for a world still searching for hope? Picture this, the dust rising with each weary step, the quiet murmur of a young couple pressing forward through the night. Mary carries more than just a child. She carries a miracle, the promise of heaven wrapped in fragile humanity. Beside her, Joseph walks with quiet resolve, searching for shelter in a town overflowing with restless travelers. But this king was not destined for palaces of gold or thrones of power. No, he was coming to dwell in the humblest of places, to rewrite the story of salvation, not with might, but with mercy. Bethlehem, small, unassuming, yet chosen. On its quiet streets, eternity stepped into time, and God's promise took its first breath. Even today, families can find themselves in this story, the quiet struggles, the unseen perseverance, the moments that feel ordinary yet hold the seeds of something extraordinary. For in the humblest places, love and grace are often at their most powerful, shaping history not with grand gestures, but with quiet, unwavering faith. Not a royal throne, but a feeding trough. No silken robes, only swaddling cloth. The breath of animals, the scent of hay. This was the setting for the King of Kings. Why here? Why like this? In a world that equates power with splendor. This moment turns everything upside down. It compels us to ask, what truly defines greatness? Is it in crowns and conquests, or in humility and love? The answer lay in that manger, wrapped in the quiet power of a newborn's cry. The manger whispers a truth often forgotten. Blessings rarely arrive as we expect. A feeding trough became a cradle of salvation. A quiet night became history's turning point. For families today, this scene holds a quiet yet powerful reminder. God's greatest works unfold in the simplest places, not in wealth or grandeur, but in small acts of kindness and love given without condition. These are the spaces where heaven touches earth, where His light shines the brightest. Beyond the quiet manger, under a vast sky dusted with stars, shepherds kept watch, simple men, unseen by the world, yet seen by heaven. Then, in an instant, the silence shattered. A chorus of angels filled the night, proclaiming, "Glory to God in the highest." But why them? Not kings, not scholars, just humble hearts, ready to wonder, ready to believe. A reminder that God's greatest invitations often come to those the world overlooks, but whom heaven never forgets. For families, this moment whispers a truth often drowned out by the noise of the world. It's not about status, wealth, or achievement. It's about the quiet wonder of grace, found in the simplest of lives. The shepherds had nothing, yet they were invited to everything. And so we ask ourselves, how often do we overlook the miracles woven into our everyday moments? Are we listening for the quiet call, the gentle nudge, the unexpected invitation to witness something divine? High above, a single star pierced the darkness, its brilliance calling out to those willing to follow. The wise men embarked on a journey not just of distance, but of faith, a pursuit of something greater than themselves. They carried treasures fit for a king: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But in the end, it wasn't the gifts that mattered most. It was their hearts, open and seeking. That star still shines today, not in the sky, but in the depths of every soul searching for truth. The question is, do we have the courage to follow where it leads? This star beckons families to pause and reflect. What is it that truly guides us toward joy, unity, and love? Are we willing to follow its light, even when the path ahead is uncertain and the journey long? Just as the wise men trusted in the star's direction, we too must trust that the destination, God's love and purpose, is worth every step. In our own lives, what star are we following? And how can we, as families, journey together toward a light that promises peace and fulfillment? In this humble birth, an entirely new world order begins to unfold. The last become the first. The meek inherit the earth. And love, not power, triumphs. Jesus' birth invites us to rethink everything. In a world constantly chasing status, wealth, and recognition, could the true treasure lie in humility, love, and shared wonder? For families, this scene challenges us to examine what truly holds value in our lives. Are we chasing the fleeting, or are we embracing the eternal gifts of grace, kindness, and the joy found in the simplest of moments? Families are invited to look beyond the surface and find beauty in what's often overlooked. The manger, a symbol of simplicity, teaches us that a meaningful life isn't defined by what we possess, but by how we love. In the rush of daily life, what do we truly prioritize? What do we hold dear? The answer may not lie in grand possessions, but in the quiet moments of love, care, and togetherness that shape our days. Are we nurturing the things that matter most? Now, as the story draws to a close, we gently transition from the humble manger to the faces of modern families, smiling, sharing meals, extending hands to strangers, lighting candles in the quiet of their homes. The birth of Christ is not a tale from the past. It's an invitation for all of us today. An invitation to live with grace, to embody love, and to carry light into a world often overshadowed by darkness. In our own lives, we are called to reflect the hope and humility that began that night in Bethlehem. How will we answer that call? This story isn't over. It continues to live on in every act of love, unity, and kindness we share today. As you reflect on your journey, take a moment to consider what the manger reveals about your own path. The story of Jesus' birth isn't just a moment frozen in time. It's a living, breathing call to us all. Will you allow this light to guide your family forward, shaping the way you love, the way you give, and the way you lead your life? The invitation is always here. How will you respond? Let's bring this timeless light into the lives of others. If this story touched your heart, share your thoughts in the comments. How will you let this light guide you? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we continue to explore the life-changing journey of Christ and its impact on our lives. Together, let's spread the message of the gospel and uncover timeless nuggets of wisdom and life lessons from its teachings.